what species. I'm not I didn't. I do know what I've got this net to show you is those little guy in there. See that guy there? That's Ichnedemus. That feeds only on cordgrass.
Okay, cool.
But that's one of the. And anywhere you have cordgrass, you pretty get it. But you can see there's a good, healthy population of them. If you were, thank God, you weren't trying to count those because you'd be here a long time.
That's not something. Have you ever had to do that?
Yes, but I've never gotten so many in just a few sweeps. I have had to do. Well, we were studying I was working with Dr. Panzer of Northeastern, and we were studying the effects of fire. So we had areas where one side was burned and one side was not. And this is one of the species we would count after a fire to see if the fire had affected the distribution of the species. There's the cordgrass seeding up there on the top. So that's probably the easiest way to recognize it. This is a canvas net. You simply beat the vegetation with it, and it's called sweeping. I'll see if I can catch anything interesting. Yeah, but I guess I did say sweep net without telling. Well, there, I got a caterpillar of something. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
But there are a lot more research to try to find out now. Well, here we have a katydid and a wasp. So I hope the wasp doesn't get the katydid. You see the katydid?
Yeah, I see it.
So that's a female. That's Connocephalus, but I don't know which species.
She eats other insects?
No, she's a grazer.
A grazer, okay.
She's a grazer, she's a veggie, grazer, and that end piece, you know she's female because of that.
Okay.
And she'll use that to lay eggs, probably in a plant, but I don't know the complete one of her life cycle. I know the genus is Connocephalus, but this is Paintbrush Prairie. This is a prairie in Markham, Illinois that the Nature Conservancy owns. The Nature Conservancy is a 501c3. We're founded in 1951. In the 1960s, a committee to save the prairie was formed because of the rareness of the plant communities that are here. And Northeastern is our partner organization. They own land on the other side of 57 called the Gensburg Markham Prairie and the inner part, and we own north and south. And that area is a national natural landmark. You know, when I first started, this was all forest.
This was all buckthorn?
Well, it was buckthorn and other stuff and trees. There you see a pile of concrete. I mean, these areas all had problems with dumping and stuff, and that's when we've concentrated. We just haven't had time to haul it out of here and get a dumpster and put it in there. At some point we will. This is a mountain mint here. So you can feel the stem. You'll feel how it's a square. Big blue stem. This is big blue stem grass. Little blue stem here.
Okay.
You see the seeds are already out. These little...
They just fly with the wind.
They'll fly with the wind.
Do they attach to animals?
This one won't. This one is mostly windborne. And we do collect some, but this is as you see, this is a difficult one to collect.
Yeah,
you don't get a lot for a lot of work. These are very standard plants for prairie, but there are plants that as you go into the prairie lands of Illinois, we're all plowed up for food production because once the steel plows were made that were capable of digging up the roots of these plants, the plants on prairies have very tenacious roots, and it wasn't until metal plows were made that they could be plowed up. But once they were, you know, a lot of areas in like the Appalachians and other mountains out east were abandoned because this farmland was so much more productive for food. As managers, we're intensive managers. We're not gardeners on the site, but we do management to try to keep the areas as close to what it would have been pre-Columbian times as we can. The real question becomes how these areas adapt in the future. And how we survive too, because I will tell you, if the kind of heat wave that hit Canada hits the grain growing belt in the Midwest in the next couple of years, that's going to really change food production here.